I've been doing real estate for 20 years, and before that I owned a business, and so I've got 40 years worth of contact management systems that I've tried and conquered and then outdated, and this is so much easier. It's just fantastic.
Awesome.
So I love the contact management aspect of it. It's really easy. And one of the things I love is looking at the dashboard in the morning and saying, okay, where do I need to spend my time today? And sometimes I do it the night before, but not always. And so when you've got that little funnel, you can see that, well, first of all, you can feel really good because you know you're making money. And you feel really bad if you're not. But
it's motivating.
Yeah, it's very motivating. But it's really nice to see where I need to put my energies that day, because if I have like 2 pending listings, then there's going to be a lot of little, messing around with little details. But if I am slowed down, then I need to go back to the, what do we call them? The potentials.
Yeah.
And I've got a big potential list, but I haven't been paying as much attention to it as I should, because I've been so busy in the active and pending categories. So I see that I'm starting to finish up some things in those 2 categories, and so next week I'm going back to spending a bunch of time on the potentials. It focuses me perfectly in the morning so that I can see exactly what's in front of me. And one of the other things I totally love is the to-do list, and I've customized that for listings and buyers and prospects. So that is really great, because there's nothing like checking everything off and going, now I can just take it easy for the rest of the day, haha. Well, I think I've always been a pretty planful person, but this just really helps me immeasurably. I don't have to create a system to be organized. I've got it right there. And it's got my whole business on it, which is another really nice thing, because I used to have a spreadsheet with all my numbers, and I used to have a calendar with all my to-dos, and I had a different thing for contact management, and now it's all in one place. So it's my business on Sphere. It's perfect. Well, I want to tell you another thing while I'm thinking about it, is that I made 2 big changes this year. One is Sphere, and the other one was finding a transaction coordinator. And it's a great way for the 2 of us to communicate. And we never see each other. We don't need to. She's virtual. I haven't seen her since I hired her. I knew her a little bit before that, so I knew what I was, getting. But it's just so easy to communicate with her. She goes on in the morning too and sees maybe what I've done in the last 24 hours. And so she can check stuff off her list, and I see what she's done. I can check off my list, and we're completely in sync. Before Sphere, I had another contact management system, and it felt clunky to me all the time. It was hard to search, and I used it pretty well. I kept track of my mailings on it, and I kept track of my individual contacts and calls and pop-bys and all those things, but it just wasn't as easy. And I was just looking for something easier that did some of those functions, but more. And I didn't really use it for my, tracking my business. And that's why this is so appealing, because you could combine all those things into one. I think Sphere is pretty intuitive to use, but one of the other great things about it is that the support is really good. Sometimes you'll send an email to a support person and you have to wait and wait and wait. And this is like, you get acknowledged, of course, but the solution comes pretty quickly. And it was a big help to me when I first started, because I had a pretty big database and I had to upload it, and the Sphere support people were very helpful to me in that capacity. So I liked that too.